look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one, and I thank God. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. He's so good. He's so good. Falsetto finesse to him, baby girl, I wear out of a stretcher. She be like,
welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's our visitors and our home team. Tirico along with Greg Oak.
I just want to rock. Body out of y'all.
damn, damn.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No ties, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides. And you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. The former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here we go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Here we go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't?
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebacks for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Gun. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. To the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That were a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Chase Brown with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and
Mayfield to throw it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now Baker going to change it up.
Second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And all the way in for the touchdown. Darren Waller, his 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Kings! Pistol. Hey, alert! What's that?
They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Boy, a little panic here early. First quarter onside kick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
one, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, you're really going to 2 on 3rd down. You're a little off balance.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
4th down.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Looking for White on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
11. Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On 1, ready? Here we go. 11 MT. 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
14. Our home team, 6. McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Baker changing to play at the line. To throw, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going down the now before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Mayfield. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 21 yards away. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. scoring a touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Burrow on play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On one, ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
3rd down and 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
In motion right, that's Burks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
35-yard line.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go to the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
On one, right?
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Ready?
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
Our home team, 13. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a first down.
Mayfield. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
32-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the parallel hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
It looks like they'll move things around here. Irving will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd and goal.
Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run with Irvin. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. This is caught. Touchdown! Emeka Buka from 3 yards out. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. A shot downfield for Burks. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Ready?
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he is in. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Our home team, 19. McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
You heard about man, the left controller, the left king, I told you, hop in and let the journey.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up, 20. Run. Hurry.
Mayfield now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Point it right.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. An audible here to get a new look.
Kings.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
And the decision paid off indeed.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup.
From the 38 now. Here's second down and 3.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Baker going to change it up. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Next drive for a first down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up third and 2.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
3 yards.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Here's third and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action. It's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now Burrow not enamored with the formation. Instead, he'll signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
On fire, ready? 11. Here we go. Stop.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here is 3rd and 5. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A gain of 4. Brings up 4th down and
well, a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. This is Brown going up the middle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 15 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I think we had an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I've met a fan base.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Bucky Irving, 65 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. They got to put something on the ground, and they'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The attempt
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
11, MC, tank. Gun.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
11.
And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it, then a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 14. Results in a first down.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll give this out the middle to Brown. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carried around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying around campus, right?
You don't go the drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down over to about the 46. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go. Here.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll roll first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Chase Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
42. Our home team, 28. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Baker. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now, let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 59. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mayfield. That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Baker changing the play at the line.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason. And this is going to be intercepted. He's to the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Our home team, 35. Chase McLaughlin.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get under a minute to go now in the football game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Ready?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. A gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.